Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to the marketplace. Coming up this afternoon, Ghana Integrated Aluminum Development Corporation, GIADEC, and a strategic partner set to begin exploration of bauxite at the Nyinahin Hills in the Ashanti region. Also coming up, clean energy advocates want intensified efforts to achieve 10% renewable energy target amid recent power cuts. Also ahead, promoting climate resilience, we'll tell you about efforts to draft a national long-term low emissions development strategy to enhance net zero greenhouse gas. Thanks for staying with us, everyone. First up, the Ghana Integrated Aluminum Development Corporation, GIADEC, and its strategic international partner, Mytilineos S.A, are set to begin exploration of bauxite at the Nyinahin Hills in the Ashanti region, as part of plans to add value to the country's mineral ore under the integrated aluminum industry projects. The exercise is expected to end decades of exporting raw bauxite for refining. It would also see the establishment of the country's first plant, whilst boosting economic gains from its natural resources. There's more in this report.
Following their declaration as the new strategic partners of the Ghana Integrated Aluminium Development Corporation, Mytilineos Energy and Metals is set to commence exploration of the Project 3 of the Nyinahin concession. A delegation from the company paid a courtesy visit to the Asantehene Otumfuo Setutu II to formally announce the intentions of the alumina refinery company. Since the discovery of bauxite in Ghana, the country has always mined and exported the mineral in its raw states, but failed in adding value despite considerable efforts made by successive governments. The Nyinahin project, which is one of the 4 under the Integrated Aluminium Industry Project, is part of efforts by the government to enhance value addition for the resource. Michael Ansah is the CEO of GIADEC.
Nyinahin has 10 hills, which we believe are bauxite-rich hills. Hills 1, 2, 3, we've called Block A for our project. Hills 4, 5, 6, we've called Block B for our projects. And Hills 4, 7, 8, 9, and 10 is Block C. Now we're developing Hills 7, 8, 9, and 10. And we've been able to go through a process that has led to the selection of Mytilineos S.A. That is a Greek company, a quoted Greek company that is very much involved in the integrated aluminium industry. Rich experience in managing environmental issues, rich experience in establishing these businesses, rich experience and the capacity to work with us to develop what we're looking at.
The Asantehene Otumfuo Setutu II is upbeat about the prospects of the exploration of the concession as he anticipates a mutually beneficial partnership.
The government through to the alumni and everything, setting up the refinery and everything.
Sure.
And once they're giving you a concession to come to explore first to see whether how much deposit we have. The problem is that they are handicapped in trying to get the exploration to establish how much alumina, how much bauxite we have.
Sure.
And that's why we have you here to do it, but in joint partnership with them. So we expect that you be a good investor, and then the partnership would be more mutually beneficial to all of us.
Sure.
We expect you to do your part, the government will do its part, and the community will do its part.
Representative of Mytilineos Energy and Metals assured of economic boost for the local community and the nation through job creation and other corporate social responsibilities.
Our initiatives aim to empower local community, create job opportunity, and of course empower the economic activity. But at the same time, we are dedicated into preserving this area natural beauty for the coming generation.
The team is expected to present the mineral resource estimation to the government after successful completion of the exploration process. For Joy News, my name is Emmanuel Bright Kweku.
Now, there are doubts about Ghana's ability to attain its 10% renewable energy target in the national energy supply mix by the end of 2030. Ghana's Renewable Energy Master Plan anticipates offsetting carbon emissions through the adoption of cleaner energy sources like solar and biofuels. But some clean energy advocates want expedited action and investment for sustainable economic growth, improve social life, and reduce effects of climate change. Yes, more.
In recent times, Ghana has been plunged into unplanned power outages, impacting negatively on households and businesses. The erratic supply of power has necessitated calls for increased investment in alternative energy sources like renewable energy, as the country's sole dependence on hydroelectric power and fossil fuel are insufficient and detrimental. President of the Ashanti chapter of the Certified Electricians, Engineer Amponsa Abibiu, stressed on the harnessing of solar energy to complement the energy mix. He believes not only would it help resolve power outages, but help decarbonize the atmosphere. He spoke during a workshop on energy citizenship at the Apia Minka University of Skills Training and Entrepreneurial Development.
Ghana is endowed with everything. That's our passion. That when it comes to energy from the sun, and we have, in our era, we have believed that the conventional source, the primary source of energy that God gave us was oil. But we are getting to see that it's in the sun instead. So it is for us to harness it appropriately and use it. And the sun has never failed before. So that we are not, if we go back to the sun and live on it solely, there's no time that it will ever get finished. That's what we are saying. So for a country like Ghana that owns the best quality of sun in the world, why don't we harness it? But like I keep saying,
the program is part of the university's efforts to create awareness on the importance of climate change and transitioning to low carbon energy sources through inclusive energy citizenship. With the country transitioning its energy supply to include cleaner sources, it has become imperative to initiate conversations on conserving energy. A study conducted at Pungu, a farming community in the Upper East region with strategic location of a VRA solar plant, were unaware of the essence of the National Energy Transition Plan. Abdul Latif is the lead researcher.
They have a over 2 megawatt solar power plant, since they have 2 megawatt solar power plant, I need to know how they engage and their perceptions towards that particular project. People are motivated to engage in energy initiatives since when they know the benefit. But in other words, the perception, the awareness was very low. When there is a low awareness about any energy projects, people, once you are not even aware, you don't even care to even engage in anything like that.
Senior lecturer at the Electrical and Electronics Department of the university, Engineer Dr. Awiponi, says the country is not pushing in enough to curb power losses.
50% of our consumption goes to domestic consumers. And the study shows that we can reduce from between 20 to even 60% of our consumption by simply employing energy efficiency and energy conservation practices. That is what is possible. And so if you are able to do that, and sometimes these techniques will not involve any investment, by simply changing behavior, one can save power.
For Joy News, my name is Emmanuel Bright Kweku.
okay, so
Well, our next story is about saving the planet and promoting climate resilience. Well, as part of the process to develop a national long-term emissions development strategy to enhance net zero greenhouse gas, climate resilient and sustainable development, a drought readiness report has been developed. Now, speaking at the validation workshop to assess the strategy, Director General of the National Development Planning Commission called for a conscious effort to promote sustainable socio-economic activities that do not affect the environment.
The need for a long-term low-emission development strategy has become necessary following the absence of a long-term document despite numerous low-emission strategies and sectorial plans like the Integrated Power System Master Plan. In view of this, the Environmental Protection Agency, in collaboration with the National Development Planning Commission and partners, organized the National Validation Workshop on Readiness Assessment for the LTLEDS. Here's Winfred Nelson speaking on behalf of the Director General of the National Development Planning Commission, Dr. Kojo Esiamensa Abrampa.
We, over the years, have prepared long-term national development planning frameworks, right from Vision 2020. The issues of environment were in there. Currently, we are looking at working on the 40-year plan, and we are revising it. And because we are revising it, we are looking at all issues, including issues related to the environment. We are looking at low emission development, and that is why we are associated with the low emission development strategy. That is not all. We can't do that in isolation. We have to look at this and how it dovetails into other socio-economic development processes. So, ladies and gentlemen, in dealing with this and doing validation today, let's not focus on only emissions. What are the implications of other socio-economic activities on emissions? And what are also the implications or the impacts of high emissions on socio-economic development, issues related to health, agriculture, and so on, water, and so on and so forth.
Long-term low-emissions development strategy supports the global objective of reducing greenhouse gas emissions. This can help attract international support to enhance climate resilient initiatives in the country.
Now, Ecobank Ghana, the largest commercial bank in the country, has launched a Sustainability Week celebration to promote sustainability through waste transformation. According to the bank's country risk officer, Joanna Mensah, Ecobank has taken the lead by ensuring that most of its automated teller machines and some branches are powered by solar panels, thereby promoting the use of clean energy. She spoke to Joy Business on the sidelines of the launch.
Ecobank Ghana has been a front runner in implementing the Bank of Ghana's sustainable banking principle, which seeks to guide banks in mainstreaming their fundamental tenet of sustainability in its operation. This, according to the country risk chief officer of Ecobank Ghana, Joanna Mensah, drives the culture of sustainable banking practices.
On the 5th of March, we actually got the first funding for the solar program, and we are very proud to, have been awarded by the board of the GCF. Also, this serves also as a way of embedding the culture of sustainability in our bank-wide activities, more or less. All departments actually, would work with the principles. And indeed, Ecobank has also implemented solar programs across branches and also found a way to manage energy. And really, in terms of energy savings and costs, we have actually achieved a lot in that area.
As the first commercial bank in Ghana to be accredited to the Green Climate Fund, Joanna Mensah further highlighted the bank's commitment to promoting sustainable financing solutions for SMEs.
In anticipation of this approval by the GCF of the $30 million, which is targeted at SMEs who are into solar development, we have nurtured a few. We have a few clients in our, customer base who actually do solar, and we have supported programs. I think we mentioned that we championed a solar program at a mall, and we did support a client to be able to do that program. And so now that we have the subsidized funding, actually that funding is subsidized, we intend to mix it with us. We call it a blended facility. We also put in an equal amount of 30 million as a bank to be able to build up the client base in that segment. And indeed, we are hoping that we can develop the SMEs, in that area as well, boosting our SME capacity as well. In fact, our new brand image is a better way, a better Africa. So that is what we are trying to do by ensuring that we are sustainable.
The 2024 Ecobank Sustainability Celebration Week is on the theme Promoting Sustainability Through Waste Transformation, the Ecobank Way.
Now, the Ghana Enterprises Agency has reaffirmed its commitment to elevate women-led businesses from micro-scale to larger capacities through government's instituted interventions. Chief Executive Officer Yankee announced a 500,000 Ghana cedi investment package to support women-led businesses under the Ghana Union of Traders Association. Speaking at the inauguration of the Ashanti Regional Women's Wing of GUTA, she emphasized the financial support is to facilitate market accessibility for women and strengthen trade institutions.
Available data suggests women form more than 60% of the informal sector of the Ghanaian economy, but they remain the less empowered. Economists attribute the financial challenges to inaccessibility to affordable credit facility, access to markets, and other skills. Coordinator of the Women's Wing of the Ghana Union of Traders Association, Pearl Opoku, wants the government to reduce loan facilities and cost of doing business in the country.
Registrar General, I think, should at least look into the profile of women, and there should be a reduction for women to help many women businesses to be able to register with the Registrar General, because the women are complaining that the amount is too much for them. It's an amount, and I think it's about, I can't really tell for now. I can't really tell for now. For now, so I think it should be reduced for men. At least for men, it should be different. For women, it should be different. They should rather look into it for us to help many businesses to be able to open a business account.
In supporting women stay buoyant in the field of work, the Ghana Enterprises Agency is investing 500,000 Ghana cedis to boost growth in micro and small-scale businesses. The agency is also instituting training programs to equip women with requisite financial literacy skills and other support programs. Yankee is the chief executive of GEA.
Because yes, women have micro businesses, but the businesses are not moving from micro to small to medium, and they are not accessing markets. So we are designing programs that would allow women businesses to access more markets, women businesses to move from the micro businesses and migrate to bigger businesses so that they can actually create more jobs. So yes, there's an emphasis of women entrepreneurs across the nation, and that has been the agenda.
Second Lady Samira Barumia indicated the government's readiness to increase opportunities for women. GUTA, realizing the need to better understand women's concern, is establishing regional chapters of its Women's Wing. President of the association, Dr. Joseph Obeng, says the establishment of the wing is a step to facilitate trans-border trade for women.
We are losing out to the other West African countries because they do not have information, what items even to send to those destinations and all that. We are going to resource them, give them the necessary information to know what they have to trade, because it shouldn't be that they are only in Ghana. And how are we also going to resource them, like Madam Yankee said, that we have to make sure that they also help make the chain of distribution complete.
For Joy News, my name is Emmanuel Bright Kweku.
Now, the current economic crisis has drowned so many businesses, in particular small businesses. Access to funding continue to be the biggest obstacle facing micro, small, and medium enterprises. The United Nations Development Programme is urging bodies to support small businesses to flourish after awarding 18 women and youth-led MSMEs with grants to grow their businesses. This award is part of UNDP's integrated MSME support program aimed at improving the sustainability of MSMEs to advance job creation and economic growth.
The major challenge of micro, small and medium enterprises is accessing funding, especially organizations led by youth and women. UNDP, in collaboration with Absa Bank, is stepping in to fill the gap. 18 such businesses have received a total of $70,000 to support the growth of their businesses. Dr. Angela Lusigi is UNDP resident representative in Ghana and emphasizes the goal of this program.
This partnership with ABSA and Empretec has helped us to identify leading enterprises and entrepreneurs in 6 districts. We have just awarded 18 women and youth-led enterprises, and this has been a process of building their capacity in order to transform their enterprises, because we believe that the MSME sector in Ghana is the one where we will get jobs and innovation. So through the support by ABSA and Empretec, we've been able to build their capacity. We started with over 2,700 applications, and we have narrowed down to 18 in 6 districts. So we're very proud of these young entrepreneurs, because we believe that as their enterprises grow, as they become more resilient, they will be able to show the way for others. Actually receiving 15,000 Ghana cedis each. But this comes after a process of building their capacity to design and grow strong and resilient businesses. So this is a tail end of the program, where they will now be able to invest these resources into buying more equipment and expanding their capacity. We're very proud of the fact that they're in all sectors: agriculture, nature-based products, and even working with people with disabilities, because we believe that this is the way of the future.
The grant award is part of a series of business development activities that close to 3,000 participants have benefited from over the past 4 years. UNDP has disbursed over $500,000 through various challenges, including the Youth Innovation for Sustainable Development Challenge, the Waste Recovery Platform, and COVID-19 Innovation Challenge. Under the current District Innovation Challenge rolled out in partnership with ABSA Bank and Empretec Ghana, 300 businesses received training, coaching and mentorship support on best business practices. Audrey Abakan is Director of SMEs and Agency Banking at ABSA Bank and explains that the bank is committed to providing financing for MSMEs.
Our contribution towards this whole program was the capacity building component. Currently, we do have partnership with MasterCard Foundation, and we are able to provide entrepreneurial development programs for small and medium enterprises. So the part that ABSA played in this whole program is for us to provide UNDP, the consultant that actually provided the training for these participants. As I speak, we have been able to train over 6,000 SMEs under the MasterCard Foundation program, which includes 300 SMEs under this special program.
Before receiving the grants, the participant program, Esther Nyameke, fashion designer of Lifetime Designs from Jomoro District, who is also a person living with disability, urged people like her not to despair, but be productive.
I have greatly benefited from this program. This funding will help my business and make people like me realize that despite living with disability, we can still work and be productive and not sit by the roadside and beg. People should not look down on themselves, but always look for opportunity.
Integrated support for MSMEs is to build the resilience of youth and women-led businesses to contribute to inclusive and sustainable development.
Okay, one last story before we go. Imperial General Insurance, a leading general business insurance company in Ghana, has launched the Imperial Collision Insurance, an innovative mobility insurance product, onto the Ghanaian market. According to Deputy Director of the company, Harry Oforiatta, this product covers own damage, hospitalization, and financial interest in the vehicle. He spoke to Joy News at the Imperial General Insurance head office in Okra.
Imperial General Insurance, a leading insurance provider, unveiled an industry-first collision insurance product in a significant step towards ensuring greater financial security for drivers in the country. Speaking at the launch, Deputy Director of Imperial General Assurance, Harry Oforiatta, says the move signifies the brand's commitment to offering exceptional service to drivers.
Generally, what collision insurance is that it's not a third-party cover. It's basically providing cover for individuals when their vehicles collide with objects or they collide with other vehicles. It has a third-party component in, and it also has an additional benefit, which is hospitalization. The hospitalization benefit is not arising out of accident, but it's as a result of the fact that when a person who has bought this collision insurance gets severely sick and is admitted to the hospital, that person after 3 days earns 100 cedis per day for up to 30 days. That is, for the 30 days, the person will earn up to 3,000 Ghana cedis. But the caveat here is that that person must, first and foremost, be severely sick and be admitted.
And that's the marketplace this afternoon. Thanks for watching, everyone. There is more news on our website, myjoyonline.com/business. Our top stories over there: Ghana close to signing MOU with bilateral creditors on debt restructuring. That's according to the IMF MD. Also, recent depreciation of the cedi not worrying, trend to reverse soon. That's Professor texting there. myjoyonline.com/business. We make a date, same time tomorrow.